We all know that music, and it can only mean one thing: it's time for Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Country is a platform that was developed by Rare, a company famous when it comes to making Nintendo games, such as GoldenEye for the N64 and Conker's Bad Fur Day. The game was originally published for the SNES, but was later released on the Game Boy and released on the Wii Virtual Console as a digital download. The game was first released on November 21st, 1994 in North America and on November 24th, 1994 in Europe. I, unlike many people, didn't play Donkey Kong as a kid, so it really had no nostalgic value for me when I bought it. I bought Donkey Kong Country about 2 months ago, and I haven't put the controller down since I bought it. I'll start talking about the visuals in this game. Donkey Kong Country used a pre-rendered 3D graphics, which I think really made the game stand out from other games released at the time. Even today, being someone who never played the game until 2 months ago, I can say the game still holds up. Some of the levels' visuals are just stunning, such as the levels where it's raining. The rain really adds to the overall atmosphere of the level and does not at all scourge or take away from the level's effects. The backgrounds in the game are amazing, whether it be the beautiful tropical paradise with palm trees or a mine shaft, cart tracks and cave walls. The game always feels different because the visuals work well. There was also a good sense of atmosphere in the levels, which made it different from most 2D platforms of the time. The music in Donkey Kong Country is upbeat with jungle pipes playing and bongos in the background. And speaking of atmosphere, the music in this game only makes it 10 times better. Everything is brought to life with the music and the upbeat tunes. They suit the game perfectly. Rare really pulled it off the soundtrack to this game. Now on to the gameplay. Donkey Kong Country is one of the most fluent side-scrollers from the 16-bit era in my opinion, which is a lot coming from a Sonic fan. The game puts you in control of Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, who are trying to get their banana stash back. The mechanic of the two characters works well, with Donkey Kong being able to take out bigger enemies and Diddy Kong being able to jump higher than Donkey Kong, while he is not able to take out certain enemies as easy as Donkey Kong. There is no health system in the game, but when you get hit with Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong springs into action. The gameplay is very fast paced and at times leaves you falling off edges if you don't make a jump just on time, especially in the minecart levels. And nonetheless, the game is still one of the funnest 2D platformers on the SNES. There is also a co-op mode to the gameplay, which is really fun. In this mode, one player controls Donkey Kong, and when they die, the other player takes over as Diddy Kong. And that's about it for the gameplay in this game. All in all, Donkey Kong Country is one of my favourites in my collection, and its legacy still is going on today with the release of Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii and 3DS, and with Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze coming out next year. But until then, have a happy new year, and see you in 2014 with my next review.